Casey Zander, why you get zero dates. This guy's got over 500,000 subs on YouTube. Let's find out if he's one of the few dating coaches that actually knows what he's talking about, or if he's one of the hundreds that are just spewing bullshit and get no results themselves and are basically the blind leading the blind. And if you want to know why would I be someone you should put in the former category, I will put somewhere in this video a link to a compilation of myself taking girls home to show that I walk the walk as opposed to just talking the talk. But let's see what Casey has to say.
Okay, why you get zero dates? First off, you get zero dates because you genuinely believe that it's fun hanging out with women in the first place. This is your first biggest issue. We'll talk about that in a little bit. First
of all, that's a great marketing technique to make you want to watch the rest of the video. Very well done in terms of marketing. But that also sounds really dumb. We'll see what he says. But the idea that having fun with women, if you're someone who has fun with women, you're doing it wrong. Anyone I know who does well with women, who sleeps with a lot of women or has high quality girlfriend, whatever, they're not like serious and not having fun when around women. So we'll see. I'll give him the benefit of the doubts to explain himself.
Okay, you literally believe anything that you're told. So here's the problem with most guys. You hold none of your own beliefs.
True.
You're just following basically the next jack who yells something. Some of you might even put me in that category, but hold up.
So far, I mean, the funny thing is, if you're going to watch someone teach you how to be good with women and they don't show evidence that they are good at what they're teaching you about, you should really question that, right? Like imagine if you were to listen to a personal trainer who only did audio content. They never showed their body. They never showed their physique. They never showed their results. You should be very skeptical of that person. And the same is true with a dating coach. If they don't show infield or some kind of receipts, you should assume there's a reason they're not showing that.
We'll address this in a second. Do you know how many other influencers or dating coaches over the years have watched my material and optimized and changed their own strategies? Do you know how many other dating coaches or how many influencers have done this? What does that tell you?
Right. He's creating a great persuasive frame, right? The frame of mind that everyone else is copying me. I'm the leader. I'm the one who's influencing others. Great frame. But does he give any evidence? Like, is he giving examples, receipts, proof? Or is he just saying something that makes him sound cool without any reason to actually believe him?
I tell you that even though they were yelling at you to do something, they didn't even fully believe what they were saying. That's what that means. So, look at it this way. This guy says,
kind of like a velociraptor.
Be a gentleman. And you go, okay, yep, I'm going to be a gentleman. Yep. The next guy, he goes, you need to wear a suit. You're a high value man if you got that suit on. And you go, okay, yep, I'm going to wear that suit. Yep. The next guy goes, you need to be mysterious. You should paint your fingernails black and get an earring while you're at it. Yeah. Get an earring and paint your fingernails black. You need to be mysterious. And you go, okay, yep, I'm going to do that. I'm ready. Okay. This guy, he goes, you need to be loud and charismatic. And you go, yep, yes, sir. Yep, okay, yep. Here's what you got to know. First off, God programmed you to know how to be attractive. You know what to do on an internal primal level because humans, they've been doing some bedroom fun for years, thousands of years, okay? This is first. Next, okay?
Right, so far, nothing he's said is wrong. So what he's saying that, I mean, God, you have to believe in God, but evolutionarily, whatever, we are programmed to know how to have sex. And humans have been having sex for hundreds of thousands of years, even though language has only existed for something like 50,000. So we don't even need language to be able to, seduce someone. And so a lot of pickup, a lot of attraction is actually getting out of your own way. It's getting rid of negative beliefs and following your instincts as opposed to overthinking, overanalyzing, trying to be perfect, and all this stuff that ends up preventing the natural chemistry that would have been there.
Okay. You look like you don't take care of yourself at all. Most guys are clueless. Funny how the guy yelling about how to attract women in game, right? Funny how the guy yelling about game every day in words also looks like this. Here's my 10-year progress photos, whatever. You gotta put in some work so she goes, damn, he's hot. But see, this ain't like a no-brainer for most guys, this doesn't click for them. This doesn't click for them at all. I don't know why, but it just doesn't. I'm not a professional bodybuilder. I'm not a male model. But you gotta maximize what God gave you. And I have to do it too. I gotta do the best that I can do, okay? So it's like, ever put two and two together?
It's a good idea to lose weight, improve your physique, make more money. All that stuff is going to benefit you. However, I have footage of myself weighing 215 pounds at probably like 28% body fat, pulling a fitness model. There's plenty of footage of someone like Owen Cook or a 5'4" skinny Indian guy, Justin Mark, pulling hot girls. And if you just go to a club, that's decent, you will see every given night, just go out just to see this. Like, even if you're afraid to approach, just notice there will be average and below average guys with attractive women that you see every couple minutes. You're going to see it constantly. There's tons of examples. So is being in shape helpful? Of course, not a bad idea. But is it some prerequisite that you're not going to get any results until you have abs? No, that's ridiculous. And believing that is going to do more harm than good, because then you're just going to create another wall, another excuse, another reason not to approach, not to take action, not to face your fears, not to face your ego, to face rejection, and therefore not to get results.
Like, maybe you should have both. Maybe you should have a little bit of swag, a little bit of charisma, a little bit of game. Also look good, have good health, have good hair if you can, have good everything. No. We want to eat graham crackers and watch TV. Yep. Okay, so face, de-bloat. Get rid of the puffiness. Body, lean and aesthetic. Hair, get that on point. If you don't have any hair, rock that bald look and get a real chiseled face. Physique, V-taper, thin waist, abs. This is the easy stuff. Easy. Easy to just do it once you know how to do it. Then you build a lifestyle around that. So here's the thing. If you're watching me still, here's what you got to know. You ain't the celebrity, so stop trying to be. You ain't the bad boy, so stop trying to be. And you sure as hell are not pre-selected. You might as well take care of some of the things that are blatantly obvious. Blatantly obvious, okay? So, you got to get to work. 99% of my app messages look like this. Oh, hey, handsome. Oh, you're a gorgeous man. Oh, how are you single? They all look like this. Why? Because this is what you have to do. Regardless if you like dating apps or not, dating apps are the raw, blatant truth. If you are probably attractive in real life, physically or not.
That's half true. If your pictures are really bad, they can make you look far worse than you actually do. And if your pictures are really good, they can make you look far better than you actually do. So my worst picture that I actually considered good enough to use on Tinder was rated a 5.1 out of 10 in attractiveness. My best was a 9.6. So in terms of attractiveness, a 5.1 to a 9.6 is the difference between like one match a week with a not attractive woman versus multiple matches a day with very attractive women. And it's the same person, different pictures. Now, is it very difficult to get a lot of matches if you're obese? Yes. Is being in shape going to make it a lot easier to get good pictures? Yes. Being in shape will make a huge difference online, but if you're in shape with terrible pictures, which most guys have terrible pictures, that's the honest truth. Most guys have pretty terrible pictures that women just don't find appealing at all. Then you're still not going to do well online. And even if you're not like, I'm not in the best shape, I'm not the best looking guy, but despite that, I can do very well on dating apps because I have really good pictures. So what he's saying is somewhat true, but it's massively oversimplifying it as well.
Because it is unfiltered and they will say whatever they want to you if they genuinely like you on that app. That's first, okay? Now, next up. Your personality has no inner savage, okay? None. You're mush. You're mush and you're soft. So let me give you an example. You're scared to make a joke. You're scared to say some random You're scared of the whole world. You're just mush. If I'm on a date and I'm out in Scottsdale, Arizona, and there's a 65-year-old woman with a big old breast augmentation, I look at my date and I say, you look at the cannons on her. I don't care. You need to stop caring. Listen to me closely. If every rapper over the past 10, 20 years has been able to say all this stuff about women and be vulgar as possible, and you're sitting there worried to offend, and you haven't taken any...
Yeah, generally what he's saying here is very accurate. That is one of the biggest things guys are lacking, is just any edge, right? They're just so safe, the nice guy syndrome, that there's just no tension, right? They don't create any sexual tension with women, and it's boring. And the women just, see them as friends. They see them as thems. They see them basically as neutered, as asexual. And that is a huge, huge problem.
Any notes that literally women don't care? They don't care. Stop acting like it's even fun hanging out with women in the first place. Do you understand that most of the time, it literally sucks? You're sitting there going, oh, what do I say next? It's work. You got to be slightly entertaining. On top of that, they get moody. They're in a bad mood for no reason. So while you're over there trying to get a date, I'm literally running away, trying to spend as little of time with them as humanly possible, so I can literally just get back to getting in the gym, making more money, and having a badass life by myself, which is way more fun. Okay? So next, when I'm on the date, I'm trying to get this done with as quick as I can. I'm trying to get it done with as quick as I can so I can get back to making some money, lifting some weights, and taking a nap, sleeping. That is what I like to do. I like to eat, I like to sleep, I like to lift weights. Basic things. Nice and basic. Okay? You want a woman to be with you so bad that you need them. I try to keep women as far away as possible so I don't get suckered into a relationship. Because then you got to pay for a bunch of crap that you don't want to pay for. You got to go to the nephew's graduation ceremony and the brother-in-law's whatever. I don't care about any of it. I don't care what your parents do for a living. I don't care about getting to know your family. I don't care where you work. I don't care. I don't want to know about your life. Yeah, you're pretty, you're beautiful, but I don't care. And the more I got to learn about you, the more stuff I got to do on my own time that I don't want to do. I don't care about any of it. No, on a Saturday, I don't want to go shopping. No,
I mean, this kind of sounds sad to me, honestly. Now, look, are there women who you find attractive, who you have no chemistry with, who you don't have anything in common with, who you don't have great conversations with, but you just think they're really hot? Sure. But it sounds like that's the only kind of women he's going on dates with. Being on a date, being with a girl you really like, is inherently enjoyable. And it seems like his focus is purely just getting laid, which... fine, but the idea that you should just spend time with women to get to the sex and get back to the good parts of your life. Yeah, if you're spending time with mediocre or terrible women, sure. I mean, it sounds like he'd be happier just with hookers, right? Just hook up with them, don't talk to them, get back to the next thing. That's basically, seems like his ideal that he's kind of spreading here, is that being around women is not enjoyable. It's just a thing that you put up with to have sex, which, yeah, that is what a lot of guys end up doing because they don't have a lot of options, because they settle, because they're focused on the wrong things. But there are plenty of women that you'll actually enjoy being around, unless you just hate women in general or something like that. So this part, I don't know. I find this kind of sad.
I don't want to sit there and look at you as you pick out your perfume. No, I don't want to tell you, oh yeah, you look great in that dress, just so you can say, oh, you didn't say it in the right tone of voice. All of it. I don't care. Next. You allow friction. You allow friction. I want no friction. There was a woman on a dating app today. I sent her my number. Here's my number, all 7 digits. And she texts back and goes, what am I supposed to do with that? What would you like me to do with that once I send it? I unmatched her. Nope. I only deal with women who deal with me. It's 100% my way or nothing, or I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want any friction. Basically, the vibe is come cook and feed me, or I'm finding a woman who wants to. And that's it. This is why you can't get a date. This is why you get 0 dates. Blatantly obvious, which is why after 2,000 videos, 3,000 videos, you're still here watching. Thank you very much.
So what Casey said in this video was not entirely wrong. It was at least mostly accurate. It lacked depth in some areas, and the overall idea that being around women shouldn't be fun is, I think, a terrible mindset because your emotions and your beliefs is contagious. So if you're thinking, I don't really want to be around her, I just want to sleep with her, I don't want to have to talk, I don't want to have to vibe, I just want to fuck. That's the whole point of women for me. Well, if that's how you're thinking, they're going to feel judged, and so they're going to end up being judgmental, and so then you're going to end up not having fun, which ironically becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So based on this, I think Casey gets some results. I don't think he's one of those dating coaches who's never approached a girl in his life. But I think he's a marketer before he's anything else. And I think you should be suspicious that he doesn't seem to show any compelling testimonials that I've been able to find. No good video testimonials, just some text saying, I joined his program and I'm more confident. Cool. And also, he doesn't have any infield or proof of his own results that I've been able to find. And I'll link some of my infield below this video.